Great sign. Love it. All right, now we should be live. 2 thumbs up. Hooray. Do we have anything fun we're drinking today? I earlier finished a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I usually get like 2 20-ounce non-sugar-free like bottles of pop when I go to the grocery store as like my weekly treat. And I had one of those today. I know I'm like living large here, drinking a non-sugar-free pop.
Here in a second.
Okay, I figured something was going on, and you were still in the call, but had dropped.
Yep.
Now no, my wife is grabbing the dog real quick, but she doesn't want to be on camera. I'm like, give me a second.
She's smart. She's the smart one.
Yep.
You're still on the
Very
mic.
clever person.
You.
Hello. Welcome back.
She's sitting there talking all this yang, and I'm like, the mic is still live.
Oh, you're live with those two dumbasses? It's like, I can hear you. Hello?
Yep.
Oh, well.
Jesus.
All right, are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Sure. I haven't opened the show notes yet, but sure.
It's fine. It's just a bajillion releases.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to a brand new episode of That Video Game Podcast, aka TVGP. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpear.
Hello.
And the Nymph.
Hello.
Do a quick plug here for the way that you, our wonderful listeners, can turn yourselves into listeners and supporters in this listener-supported show over at e1m1.cash.
The ones and numbers.
$5 a month tier is the recommended one. That gets you anything, or everything. That gets you anything and everything. It gets you all of the things.
Wait. Don't say anything, dude. Don't make promises that you can't keep.
Anything your heart desires. Hey, we all have a price.
All I'm saying is Boston is streaming now, so I'm saying if you want him to play Alien Isolation, get us to that 251, and he can play Resident Evil 7 as well.
Are getting closer to spooky season.
That's right. That's right. The stuff you get over there, exclusive, uncensored, weekly episode, The Outcast. That's all the stuff we talk about in our lives, other than video games. You get early access to Critical Misses and We Roguelike It. The $5 tier or higher, you get exclusive access to the Critical Misses production meeting. A brand new one should be coming up for patrons here fairly soon. And then you get exclusive access to the Wayward Sons, the Supernatural TV show watchcast that Moon and the Nymph are going through. All of that at e1m1.cash.
The ones and numbers.
Quick plug here for, we haven't talked about either one for a while. We Roguelike It. Right now we're playing Maze Mice. If you haven't seen it, it's like so it's by the developer that made Luck Be a Landlord. They made basically a turn-based Pac-Man CEDX. And if you're asking, does that work? The answer is, yeah, I think so. And it's a
roguelike.
Yes, and it's a roguelike. And then for Game Club, we're going to be playing And Roger. Sometimes you'll see it stylized as like a blank space and then And Roger. So I think it's only like $5 on Steam or so. It's only about an hour. So we've got a couple of weeks before we're going to record that. So you have plenty of time to pick that up and check that out. Anyhoozle, Moon, what have you been playing this past week?
Well, first and foremost, we need to talk about the fact that it's Boston's birthday today.
Yes.
Because he ain't going to say anything.
Thank you.
He isn't going to let it peep through the stories that it's his birthday. So happy birthday, Boston, if you're listening to it when it comes out.
Video game's oldest podcaster gets older by yet another year.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of those wonderful moments where you're not 100% sure.
I have to take the soundboard away from both of you. If regular audio listeners just trombone bwah, 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 came through. Yeah.
Yes.
I was talking about it on stream this week.
You know.
To be clear, I don't feel any like impending mortality about my birthday or anything like that. I don't feel like
No.
I turned 44 today. I don't feel like I have one foot in the grave or anything. Like I feel good about my birthday.
Yes.
I think there are some people that misread my reluctance to talk about my birthday as like a level of anxiety. It's not really that. I just don't want to be like, everyone,
It's apathy.
please celebrate me. Please heap upon your praises. You know, I don't want to have it misconstrued like that.
And now that he said that, heap upon your praises.
That's right. Look
and wish
upon
him a
ye
happy
mighty
birthday.
works in despair.
Especially, you know, the people listening to this on the feed. Send him a time travel message to 2 days ago, 1 day ago, whenever it is. I don't know.
1 day.
And and there you go. Problem solved.
Well, thank you.
Honestly,
I appreciate it.
the best birthday present you can give Boston is by reaching that $200 goal to
right.
force him to play Alien
250. 250. It's 250.
So he
250
has to play Alien Isolation.
Right. I'll play some scary stuff on
I'm just
stream.
saying.
I'll set aside a day of the week on my streaming schedule to play some
And then
scary
we'll call it
stuff.
I'm just
Boston's
saying.
birthday stream.
That's right.
If you have a spare $60, you can gift patronage to people. Is all I'm saying.
True.
Just, you know, send 10 people that link if you have the money. Send your billionaire friends that way to send
a
that
patron,
link to 10.
Yeah, send a year of Patreon to one of your friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is possible for you to do it and not increase your patronage, but get somebody else in on the good times instead.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. It's all out of
Yes.
love.
Anyway.
That's right.
And a little bit
And
of
also,
hate.
I am apathetic about my birthday, which is why I don't really talk about mine. Is because I just don't care.
Right.
I just don't. Yeah. But anyway, yes. Let's talk about what I've been playing. I've been playing Doom: The Dark Ages.
Okay.
I did like 4 levels of this. I think I'm at level 17 out of 22 now.
Okay.
My apathy for this game continues its path as it is going. It makes me laugh because Boston always pulls up the same video and just resumes from where it was last time I was talking about this game.
Production, baby.
Which is always hilarious to me.
Yep.
But it's fine. I'm enjoying the combat. I'm enjoying the running around. The story, the level design is what it is. The world design is getting interesting now. I just found myself in a new realm.
Ooh.
And that's all I'm going to say. Nice. A realm which has not been covered in either of the previous 2 remakes for the Doom games. So
it's just such a bummer
interesting...
like to hear you playing a modern Doom game, especially after 2016. Like Doom Eternal had a lot of criticism against it. There were a lot of people that were super pumped about it, but to hear just a level of apathy about a brand new Doom game is just really just a bummer. Of like, I want people to play a new Doom game and be like, this is the sickest thing I have ever played in my entire life. I'm doing the coolest stuff every single level, and you have to play this game. And I don't want to tell you why, but it's sick.
I think that's where 2016 got it spot on, and ironically enough, I think that's where the first 2 Wolfenstein games were supremely perfect as well. Where it's just like, especially in year of our baby Yoda 2025, punching some Nazis is really good. Yeah, as it turns out.
Yep.
Like
it's that's an evergreen pleasure, punching Nazis.
Yes. And
I'm more relevant than ever, unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly.
I'm having fun playing it, but I don't. And shockingly enough, maybe not shockingly enough, based on what happened, I don't care about the story. I don't care about the music.
Right.
The music. I don't care about the music.
Yeah.
In a Doom game.
Who even composed the music? Let me look this up. The Dark Ages.
I don't know. As long as it's not some AI computer, then that's fine. But it's okay.
The Finishing Move Incorporated. Oh yeah.
Okay, so So
Video
that's
game
just
music production company formed by Brian Triffin and Brian Lee White. They've worked on Grounded,
whoever that
Borderlands
is.
3, Halo Wars 2, Massive Chalice, and the Callisto Protocol. Okay, I mean that's
Okay, so some
pretty
big
good.
things there. A lot of Microsoft stuff in there. They did a fantastic job with Grounded. Credit where it's due on that front.
Yeah,
Callisto Protocol was pretty
I,
decent music-wise and atmospherically. So
yeah.
I haven't even played that one yet.
dude, that
Though I
game,
should.
I'm not gonna say that Callisto Protocol was a masterpiece, but that game gets dunked on way harder than it needs to be.
Yeah,
Well, that's most games, though. Come on.
I
Like,
know.
if
I
it's
have
not
think-
that, like
I
a
think-
10 out of 10.
right.
Well, I think a lot of it is just everyone. I don't remember if it was portrayed as being like a Dead Space kind of spiritual successor thing.
Spiritual
or...
sequel, 100% it was.
Yeah.
Like,
Was it? Okay.
all of the
So
marketing
that's
was
probably
around
what it
that.
is then.
Well, and the other
'Cause,
thing
like,
too, that originally it was a PUBG universe game.
Yep. I remember that.
And eventually they were like, no, we're not, it's not a PUBG thing. Don't worry about it. Or like, sure, it's on like one of the PUBG planets or something. But people are like, oh, the PUBG Dead Space game. It's like, no, it's really not. Also, I have to really laugh at this person on the Doom subreddit. 1 year ago, it's a locked post that was deleted. Will Doom: The Dark Ages have the OST composed by Mick Gordon? Famously, no. I feel like you missed a couple news stories, man.
Yeah, a couple of news stories, a couple of lawsuits.
Yeah.
Like, you're missing a fair bit of context
Yeah,
there.
missing a little bit there. Yeah.
So I have been playing a fair few quick aside, 2-second thing here.
Mhm.
Grounded remains installed. We did the go big again button. I have every achievement in that game now, but it remains installed because Rob was like, hey, that axe at like New Game Plus level 4 looks sick as all kinds. And I was like,
that's how they get you.
okay, I guess this game is staying installed, I guess.
And it seems like one of those games that you guys know by heart. So if you're sort of like, I don't know what to play, I
100%.
don't have any energy, let's just play some Grounded.
And now I transferred our save into a shared save now, which means that I can never play it again in a single player version unless I like copy the save again to a single player save. But because it's a shared save, we can both just jump in and the world will update the other person when they're done playing.
It's like a Minecraft
It's like a Minecraft.
realm.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Where like if I'm not playing and he wants to, he can jump in and do a bunch of stuff. Then I can jump in and do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
and
and you
then
have,
if
like,
we
a
happen to find the time,
Permanent server.
a shared inventory as well, like
Ooh.
a shared save essentially. So that's really cool. But yes, I got that final achievement.
Nice.
I wish I hadn't have brought that up though, because my next game is also a D game,
Uh-huh.
and that is Dead Rising.
Oh.
Now I know what you're gonna say.
Uh-huh.
Which Dead Rising?
That was getting me my question.
The original 360 Dead Rising.
Oh, okay.
Did you just really
I have many
have some
questions.
unfinished business with it, or?
Okay, who wants to ask their questions first?
Which achievement is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's 3 achievements
Okay.
specifically.
killing zombie one.
No, dude, I killed 2 Xboxes getting the 7-day survivor
Okay.
achievement. I got that one legitimately. It is the answer every radio message from Otis, which you've got to be careful
Wow,
about
okay.
getting them all and not missing any of them. So that includes going into all new areas, answering all case files, all survivors, everything like that, which is fine. I'll be able to do that one eventually because I have all. It's a Capcom game of that time, so it's that classic thing of, oh, hey, you've got these achievements, have these other things. So, for example, I have the real Mega Buster spawn at the safe room, which
Right.
kills people in one shot, essentially.
Yeah, you get
So
like
it's like,
rewards
great.
for achievements.
Yeah, for doing
Yeah.
stupid stuff. Like in,
Yeah.
I think, the 54,000 zombie achievement, the zombie genocider. That one is the one that gets you the real Mega Buster. So it's like, yeah, cool. I got it. Fantastic. It's answer all calls from him. There is another. Oh, spend 24 hours outdoors,
Oh wow. Okay.
which I never did in my 7-day survivor run, apparently. and Frank the Redacted, because I don't know if I can say that here on the show.
Okay.
Which is for having 8 female survivors follow you at the same time.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah. It definitely would
So
not
right
be
now,
naming that achievement that in 2025, for sure.
you say that, but the problem I have is I have to play this on my 360 because this game is not backwards compatible because they released a version for the current generation of consoles.
True.
So you can't put the 360 disc in because you can buy it again.
That's not always the case, though, because Eternal Sonata doesn't work on new stuff. The Sega Genesis collection
but
doesn't
Eternal
work
Sonata
on newer stuff.
is like a protection thing of like, no, please, this game is too long. That death scene is too long, please.
So this whole thing was because like I was just like, as I was sitting there thinking about achievements because, sitting there in my smoking jacket in my lounge, puffing on a pipe, thinking just perusing about achievements in my brain. And then I was like, Grounded is a good example of this. This is what spurred this on. I was like, I didn't need to get all of the achievements in Grounded, but I did because I really like playing that game.
Right.
I could have been done with it 2 years ago and just got the basketball achievement then, and it would have been fine according to my own rules. I would have been set, but I didn't. I kept playing it and I kept going because I absolutely adore Grounded. And then I was just like going through my head and I was like, well, are there any games that I'm really a fan of that I could just like button up a little bit there?
Yeah, like you're
realized,
right at the finish line.
Yeah, and then I realized like I have every achievement in Dead Rising 2. I have every achievement in Dead Rising 3. I have every achievement in Dead Rising Case Zero, which was the DLC game.
Oh, right.
And I'm missing 3 from the first Dead Rising. That sounds a little stupid to me.
This will not do.
So I turned on my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And it had Dead Rising already in the disc tray.
Oh, it was like it was ready.
It was fated.
Yes.
It was
Kismet in action.
I was like, okay, here we go.
Yep.
And then I realized that I couldn't sign into my profile on the 360 because I hadn't signed into my profile on my 360 for about 10 years.
Sure.
So if you decide to go down this stupid rabbit hole like me, quick note aside, even if it's your home 360, even if it's everything, the usual rules apply, you will have to re-sign in because it's been so long since you've done it. If you have 2-factor authorization on, which you should, you will not be able to just enter your password into the 360 dashboard and sign in. You have to go to the security settings page on your Microsoft account and get an app password because it now treats the 360 as an app.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So don't do what I did and spend 2 hours trying to sign into your 360 and not being able to know why, including changing your password and doing all of the other stuff.
Right.
Everything else. Don't be an idiot like me. Just pull the app password, which is in your Microsoft like security settings. You can generate an app password and then you can sign in with that.
Gotcha.
That's how you do it. In case you don't want to know, I'm looking at Mackie's direction right now because part of this is also that Mackie is a huge fan of this franchise like me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I've never played?
Oh, what?
Any of the Case West stuff.
Is that DLC for the first one?
That is the remake of the second game with Frank instead of the other guy in it.
That's right, yeah.
Because people were complaining about Frank not being in it. It's like, go away. The other guy's a perfectly good protagonist.
What was Frank doing during the adventures?
Yeah. You want to know something really horrible? It has co-op achievements.
Oh, no.
Because you can play as Frank and the guy.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is. So I sent Mackie a message being like, "Hey, Mackie, do you have a 360 somewhere? Because we should totally play this game when you're available to."
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Because I want them co-op achievements.
Yeah.
I want to box every achievement in every Dead Rising game because I have a problem, and I fully admit that I have a problem.
Yeah, but you
I
almost
can't
have
help
the
it.
complete collection, though.
Uh-huh.
Is this what your Blue Sky announcement was about you having a problem with achievements?
Yes. This is what inspired that particular post. And you know what? Dead Rising is an incredible game. I don't care if people hated it. I don't care if like the font size was totally wrong.
Oh
You
my God,
needed a
that's
HD TV
I
to.
hate that that's the only thing people remember about this. They didn't play it in the first place. Like, they're complaining about a problem they never ran into.
I was legitimately one of those people that had my 360
I did have that
plugged
issue
in.
too.
Yeah, and I'm like, why can't I read any of this?
Right? Why
What's
is it all
going on?
like? To be fair, because people are gonna misconstrue my soapboxing here. That was a legitimate problem. It very much was the thing of like, oh, not everybody has an HD TV yet. Oh, okay, that's a problem. But the majority of people that were complaining about it were only like listening to the 1UP show and just being like, well, they said that subtitles were small. I never played it. It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
This game's great.
That was the reason,
show me your
though.
achievements.
That's
I
right.
want to say that was the reason why I was able to talk my wife into letting me buy an HD TV because we were not in the market.
This game is the reason why this game is the reason why I got a HD TV too.
The
And this is-
Magnavox that I bought for this game, we just recently had to throw out or e-waste because it just completely fried finally.
Right.
So
And remember too, this is most people's first brush against roguelikes too.
Oh, roguelikes.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
like-
why I bounced off this really hard.
Understandably.
I was not a big roguelike fan.
Yeah.
One might say that this game is responsible for a whole show that we do on the side.
Check us out at weroguelikes.com.
Yes, the ones and numbers.
That's right.
Because like this game is the game that inspired my love for this kind of stuff.
Yep.
So right now I started a quote unquote new game. Now for those of you who don't know, a new game just means a new run. I'm still level 50. My save file is still there. I still have everything. I still have the inventory spots, the running speed, all that kind of stuff. So I started a quote unquote new game, and I'm currently just running through to get the Frank the Redacted achievement. After that, I will probably go for the Transmission Area achievement, which is also a great name for an achievement, by the way.
Yep.
When developers had a cheeky wink and a nod for all of the achievement names. I just want to mention as well, if you just rewind that video that you're playing on the stream a little bit as well, you can tell how old this game is, because when he jumps down in this factory, there's a bunch of televisions lying around. Oh boy.
Yeah, they're all the like
They're all the
Sony,
big boy televisions.
Sony tube TVs. The like.
Yeah.
This is the I am a strong man when I move this from one room to a different room kind of TV, where you have to like do the crouch carry because it's so big and bulky. Right. But yeah, it's old, but I can't help it. I love this game so much. It's so stupid.
Game.
It's so. But let me tell you, dude, picking up what I thought was the god of controllers and using one of those these days, oh boy, oh boy. The 360 controller does not hold up.
Right.
It does not hold up in the slightest, because like the indents on the back go too far in. Like, so it's more of a hook and less of like a flat-handed thing across the back. Like, it feels weird to be using a 360 controller. It feels doubly weird to have a 360 controller next to an Xbox One controller in my normal gaming space.
Right.
Because like, whenever I'm not listening to something, I'm just like, yeah, let me pull up this video, which is hilarious because it's a full play, so it does the fast forward during the bits that you don't need to worry about. So it's just Frank running around the mall really, really fast, which is always hilarious to me.
Great.
I love Dead Rising. Dead Rising is such a great game. I love playing it. I just bumped into the clown again. I forgot
Yeah.
how. What's the correct terminology for like gross but meant for like comedy things, like
Oh, sure.
gory but comedy?
Yeah.
It feels like that kind of presentation because you're like, yeah, this clown just killed himself on his own chainsaws and he's laughing the whole time. It's like,
Yeah. It's so over the top about it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like cool. I've already went and collected the book, which gives me increased durability on bladed weapons. So now I've got two of his chainsaws with like the triple durability on it. It's like, okay,
Dang, okay.
this is why I can't remember my how old I am, is because I remember where these books are
That's
from this
right.
game from like 2006.
Yep.
Like, yeah, my brain is broken in so many different levels, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is at this point. But yes, Dead Rising is fun. It's great. It's fun. I also played the Dega Mega Drive collection. I noticed I had a lot of Ds, so I'm just keeping the D theme going here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pharaoh quite rightly pointed out, I've got like 3 achievements left in that game. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll loop it back to my 5 most recently played games, so it's there, so I
Sure.
can jump in and get some achievements and stuff. I got the secret achievement for ToeJam and L, the secret level.
Okay.
I don't think I like ToeJam and L.
Heresy. You want to talk about
I mean,
the Genesis
introduction to roguelikes?
No pun intended. But the Mega Drive of my love of roguelikes is very much ToeJam and Earl. In that, like, you can tell they played a lot of Rogue. And I have a soft spot for this game in my heart. I don't have a soft spot for the company anymore, that I won't get into right now. But so much of this game's gameplay nowadays is a lot of like hug the edges of the level to hopefully make a little pathway spawn at the edge of the level to somewhere else that you need to go. And I think that's not super great nowadays.
No. Roguelikes have come such a long way.
Yeah.
Check out Boston playing the new Metroidvania roguelike next week, I believe.
Metroidvania roguelike?
Silk
Yes.
Oh,
There we
Silk
go.
Song? That's just a Metroidvania. Just, it's not a roguelike.
It's hard enough to be a roguelike too, though.
That's
Come on,
true.
you know it.
That's right.
I know it.
Oh, I'm going to be
We
doing a
all know
lot
it.
of runs, that's for sure. A lot of corpse
That is
runs.
definitely true.
I love ToeJam and Earl a lot, but I definitely recognize how old it is. I think the most modern one tried to resolve a lot of this game's issues while still sort of trying to keep up the I don't know, the feeling of the original one. And I can appreciate, sort of my love for this, but this game is hard. I think it's a lot of it is supposed to be like, this is the game that you have for the next 6 months. So going through and doing a run and failing because a nerd herd smushed you 4 times in a row and you couldn't get away from them, that felt a lot easier in like 1995.
Yeah, when you had all the time in the world and 2 games to play.
Yeah,
100%.
You had the whole summer to play ToeJam and Earl. Like, great. I'm okay. I lost another run. Let's do it again.
But like all I've got left in this collection now is like a bunch of the challenge achievements. So like one of them was the Find the Secret World in ToeJam and L. There's one for ToeJam and L 2, which is like to do the hula dance or whatever it is.
ToeJam and Earl 2. Jesus Christ.
Is that a side-scrolling platformer? Am I right in
it's
when I loaded that up?
It's wild, man. The first ToeJam and Earl game was such a huge hit that somebody said, "Hey, what if we made a like find and search side-scrolling platformer where you're like trying to find earthlings in each level that are hidden in bushes and stuff. And then we have easily the most unhinged special levels that we have seen this side of Sonic 1.
I was gonna say, does it compare to Sonic 1's like weird cube spinny worlds? Because that's probably my least favorite ones.
Yeah, Sonic 1 had that like vomit inducing like the world, the 2D side scrolling one where it spins the entire level. This one is very much like, it's this almost like Simon Says sort of thing of like, you gotta push a button to jump, you gotta push a button to squish down and be small, and like see how fast and far you can get through a bunch of these levels. It's wild. It's nearly uncontrollable. I can't imagine how it would play nowadays. That nightmare.
I'm looking forward to getting that achievement and then never playing it again.
What was the achievement in that one? Do you remember?
Do the hula dance. So we've got to find a specific person. I don't think you can do it as Earl. I think you can only do it as Toe Jam.
Okay.
Where it's just like, yeah, you have to do the hula dance, which means finding a hula girl, and it's like, okay, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah, that should be.
I will follow a guide to get the achievement whenever.
Yeah.
The ones I'm not looking forward to are the Shining Force challenges, where it's like, complete this, get to this stage without anybody dying, and it's like, I don't even know what the controls in this game are, bro. Like,
Shining Force games are really good, but that's a bit of a bummer that they're saying like, get to X point in the game.
It's weird, we'll say, some of the challenges, but I'm close to getting another game completed and then deleted, we'll say. Which I didn't realize how much that rhymes until I literally just said it right then. Yes, the Moon Pier Way.
That's right.
Let's see, what else did I play? I got one more game, and that's Depot, which is Repo in my D-themed week this week.
Yep.
So the problems persist with the loading screen freezes. However, we figured out what the problem was.
Okay.
It's the moons. Like, you know, I talked about how they have the update now, and it goes like, it's not me, it's the update in the game.
Right.
Where it does like the crescent moon, and it increases the difficulty of the game. As soon as that starts, that's when the loading screen hitches begin.
Interesting. And it does that, what, like every handful of levels?
I think it's like every 5 it starts to do it.
Okay.
So we ended up doing like every 5 it increases it. So we did this wonderful thing where we get to the point where it hitched. We would go back to the main menu, load a brand new save file, quit the brand new save file, load the old save file, and everybody got in. And that seemed to work every time. There's a lot of new objects we can find now, and some of it is hilarious. There was a wonderful moment where we were talking, I can't even remember what we were talking about, but Tokyo Drift came up.
Naturally.
And friend of the show, Bill Sifford, started pushing the cart around really fast, singing the Tokyo Drift music. And then promptly drifted himself into a hole directly in front of me.
Perfect. I love it.
And I came into the room, saw the hole, moved to beside it, and then Bill just came in with the cart in front of him, singing the music, and drifting sideways, and I was like, okay.
There's only one way that could have ended.
There was a lot of DK jokes about him being the new Drift King, and so on and so forth, because he sent himself off the hole.
Yep.
And it was hilarious because, like, as I brought him back, like I took him, I pressed the button, I brought him back, and then we were walking to the next like evacuation point. And as we were walking back, we were talking about dying, and then just in the briefest pause of the conversation, he's like, "Yeah, it's something like it sucks that I died," and then all of a sudden, all we heard was, "Beep, beep, beep." which was the Pac-Man dying noise. And we both like stopped. I looked at him and was like, "What did you just do? Did you have a soundboard?
Right.
Like, did you just do that?" And he was like, "No, did you?" And it's like, "No. What is going on?
Oh
Why
my
did
God.
that sound effect just randomly happen?"
Right.
And then we took the card to the next extraction point, and we realized it was because they found a Pac-Man cabinet, and they must have like bumped it
Right.
at some point. And with perfect timing for the conversation that we were having on the other side of the map, it just played the Pac-Man dying sound.
My God, that's
Like,
incredible.
I love all of the new gubbins that we have in the game because
Mhm.
it's just like, yeah, like it's the dumbest stuff ever. It's like the plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie was in there as well with the face
That's great.
and everything. There was like a Sonic running through a checkpoint thing, and every time you do damage to these things, it's not even a case of you hope someone isn't close enough to see the minus red numbers anymore.
Mhm.
It just does a sound effect that plays throughout the entire level.
Everyone knows you screwed up.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Great.
So like when someone found a little Scooby-Doo figure and then dropped it and it does the Scooby-Doo running noise.
Yep.
It's like, well, someone dropped Scooby
My bad.
and now Scooby is worth less.
That's right.
Okay, I guess. I don't know, it's fun, it's stupid. We bought an AK for Bill, which was the best worst decision that we could have made in our lives.
Uh-huh.
Because all of a sudden it was just, I'm making this joke again. Billy's got a gun and he's running around.
Yep.
Nim shaking his head because this is the second time I've made this joke in less than a month.
Famous Aerosmith song. Yep.
Yes.
Big hit in the 90s.
And all you'd hear is like, brah, 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 brah. It's like,
I'm taking you down with me. Blah, 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 blah.
okay, I guess Bill Suffolk found somebody, and then
That's
a
right.
few seconds later he'd walk around the corner with an orb, like the soul of the monster, and it's just like,
Got him, guys.
it was a good decision to give Bill the gun, as it
Yeah.
turns out, is because when you've got a triple jump and like the increased like movement speed and everything, like,
I'm gonna make us
we
rich.
started to really crush it. Like we really started to crush it, but it was also one of those things where like stupid things would happen and you'd fall down a hole, and then three
Right.
people are dead, and Rob has to try and revive us all from beyond the grave because we all were stupid idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Repo's really good. I
Yep.
love Repo. It's insane. It's fun. I need to try and figure out what the solution is to this, like the moon modifier causing everyone to freeze out. But
Right.
we'll see how it goes, I guess. Oh,
Oh man.
but that is all I've been playing.
Nim, what you got?
So this week I had my wife pick a game for me to play because I had beaten Death Stranding 2. So I was like, all right, I've got a week before classes start back up again.
Right.
So she picked for me to play Atelier Yuma.
Mm.
And there's the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land.
Naturally.
Kind of mixed on this game.
Okay.
Um,
Is this a
they've-
new one or is this a remake?
yes. No, it's a new one.
Oh, okay.
It's a new Atelier game. They, I don't want to say dumbed down, but they really, for the crafting system or the synthesis system, they really, I guess, like streamlined it like a whole lot, and it doesn't feel the same anymore.
It's a real wild choice to simplify the thing that these games are known for.
Yeah, because they've actually done quite a few things. So this is the first open world Atelier game that's out there now.
Right.
Which the exploration and stuff is fine. But then they also made the combat like fully active.
Oh, interesting.
I am not a huge fan of that. Not even because I'm biased towards command-based games, but like it's my same complaint with like Final Fantasy VII Remake. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel
Right.
great to play the combat, and it's kind of the same thing here, where there's just so much flashing and happening at once, and the button prompts that you're pressing don't always feel like they're going off when you're telling it to. So you're sitting there like hitting one button to make sure that that command is finally going off. So the combat and the crafting in this kind of isn't great. I haven't really felt the need to go through and really sit there and try to min-max all my equipment. In fact, I've barely touched any of my equipment. I'm on like halfway through chapter 3, and there's 4 chapters in this game.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, because even in Riza, well, in most Atelier games, there's usually that one boss or fight where it's like, oh, you got this far, well, now you need to rethink everything that you've been doing up to this point.
Have you been crafting? Oh, no? Well, good luck.
And I have not hit that point with this game. Like, only recently did I craft new weapons for my combat party. Until then, they've been using the stuff that they had since the game started.
That's wild.
Yeah, I've added like a couple more items for healing and a couple items that I can use for attacking while in combat, but I hadn't really changed a whole lot. So, I don't know. I'm kind of... For me, I would definitely say if you're looking to check out an Atelier game, I wouldn't recommend this one as the first one to check out. I would definitely suggest like Riza.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna play the older ones, make sure to get the DX version of an older game, because those all have the quality of life improvements built into them now. And in fact, Riza is supposed to be getting a DX version coming out, I think, next year.
Yeah, they're putting out like a triple pack DX thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems like that'll be the version again, especially.
Yeah, and they usually go on sale. But yeah, because like the triple pack's usually like $100 or something like that for the DX version of all 3 games.
That's not bad.
And everyone's like, well, that's a lot of money. It's like, you're getting a lot of games.
You're getting like 3 80-hour RPGs. What are you talking about?
At a minimum, yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, because looking at my time for this game, I'm 20 hours into it, and I'm almost at the end of the game.
Right.
So it's like, all right, I'm just not really feeling it for some reason. I don't, and I happened to go onto Steam's page earlier just to see. It's like, am I the only one that's feeling? And you got your obvious reviews of people on here, but there are other people who are also like, yeah, it kind of feels like they went a little too far in one direction and they didn't really pull it off, unfortunately. Right. And that's kind of the other weird thing, is that there's another Atelier game that's coming out at the end of September that is command based, and they're bringing back having the shop, which is the biggest thing that I've complained about, is that you don't have a shop anymore to like craft for anymore. So I'm like, oh crap, I might be picking that one up. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds more your speed. Yeah.
But outside of that, though, like, this is like definitely a podcast game where it's like I'm trying to figure out, it wants me to go in this direction, and there's a mountain between myself and the end objective, and I'm like, I can't go over the mountain and I can't go around the mountain.
Right.
So let me see where this one stupid path is that I need to find to go under it, I guess.
So you're saying it's a Strand game?
Kind of, yes.
I'm saying this might be a Lord of the Rings game if he's going to go through the mountain.
I mean, I did also, though, just unlock the motorcycle for this game.
Some motorcycle? That's
wild. There's an alchemic motorcycle for you to use, and I haven't really used it yet, but I'm like, I've seen videos of people climbing like mountains using this motorcycle. It's like the stupid thing with Oblivion and the horse, where it's like, if you just go backwards at the right angle, all of a sudden you're just climbing up this thing like a billy goat, and you're good to
games. So good.
So I'm enjoying it enough that I'm going to beat it, and I'm also far enough into it that it's like there's no reason for me not to beat it.
You're like 3/4 of the way there, so like, why not?
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm just kind of hitting every main objective and just kind of moving on from there. Like, I'm not even really interested in there's like this little build system where you can build like these little campsites and stuff with like a actual building, and you can put stuff in there to actually help you with your exploration. I'm skipping like most of that. Like, none of that is really clicking with me right now, which sucks, because that's usually the crap that I really, really like, is building my own stuff. So I don't know. I'm kind of sitting here just being like, it's the whole thing with like Starfield for me all over again, where it's like it's fine. Like,
Right.
nothing's really calling out to me. It's not necessarily doing anything wrong. It's just not really clicking for me.
Right.
So it's unfortunate, but Atelier Yuma. If you can get it for $30 or less, yeah, sure, go ahead and check it out.
Mhm.
But I don't think I could recommend it full price when there's so many other Atelier games for you to check out that I feel are better.
Right.
So my last game
Mhm.
is, of course, The Division 2.
Of course.
Because what else would it be right now?
I played so much of this week.
I have not played a ton,
Mhm.
but my son and I did grind out the seasonal mission, and we were doing it on heroic, and on our 4th or 5th run of the mission, he finally got the Tinkerer mask.
Dang, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
so, and all times it did not glitch out.
Great.
We did have problems with people mostly.
Sure.
Not all people, but just like, because there's the known glitch of the boss in here, like, I'm running around with like a St. Elmo's right now. I was trying out a new strike build that I just wanted to build out. So I've got like the shield that I can mount my assault rifle onto and run around with that. Like, cool, because I have like no armor with this striker build. I think I have like 700,000 armor.
Mhm.
Whereas with like my Umbra build, I have like 1.6 million armor.
Right.
So it's like a real difference here. And also my Umbra build, like, I can heal my armor. This build, I have to use a health pack or have a fixer drone.
Yeah.
And the fixer drone doesn't feel like it does a whole lot for me right now.
And like half of the time when you have the fixer drone out, it just doesn't do its job. Like,
yeah, it's just flying around.
Like, hey buddy, I need you to heal me. And it's just like, nope, no thanks. I don't really want to. It's like, no, that's literally your only job.
Over there getting shot, and I'm like, I'm over here.
please help. You're my drone, please.
So running around with the shield, I actually found was interesting. Well, there's a couple things I found interesting. One, while it's not taking damage, it will regenerate itself. I'm like, all right, that's pretty sweet.
Interesting. Okay.
You cannot climb or vault over things while the shield is out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And yes. However,
but the
my
muscle
first time
memory.
using it at a very critical moment that I absolutely needed to vault over something.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this not working?
The one of the 2 moves I can do in this game, please.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I was just like, okay, but luckily though, if your shield is at full, you could put it away, and it's got like a second of cooldown, and then you can pull it right back out.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's not a big deal. It's just knowing ahead of time that, oh, I can't jump over this little step because my shield is out. Let me put it away, climb it, and then pull it back out, kind of thing.
Yep.
So that's been interesting, but yeah, for the most part, we're just kind of running around. We were getting ready to do the New York DLC because my son just needed to do that first mission real quick, so we were going to start knocking that out. But we wanted to do the Tinkerer mask. Listen to last week's podcast,
right?
Because all of a sudden he was getting a little bit of FOMO for not having it. Now that he has it, he's kind of like, yeah, exactly. But now that he has it, he's like, cool. Now you need to look up builds for what to do with this. Like, oh, you don't really have to. Just favorite it, throw it in your inventory.
Yeah, see what you get to drop, and like see if you get something to drop where you're like, oh, okay, maybe these 2 would go well together. Like,
yeah. Mess with it when you get a chance. It's nothing big, but yeah, for the most part, I've been helping a lot of people with doing the what do they call that? The agent calls, the calls for backup. That's what it is. Where you get like the little the angel
agent calling for
levels.
backup.
Yeah, those are weird because I will get it. It'll pop up on my screen. I have it set to tell me about any of them.
Yeah.
And it'll say agents calling for backup. I'll hit the prompt. I'll find out where they are on the map. I'll say, all right, join. And it's like, this is an old request. You can't join this. And I'm like, and then there's like nothing else on the map. It's like, all right, cool.
It's really weird sometimes.
It is. It's kind of finicky, but I've done a bunch of those now. So I think I'm like level 2, like community helper or whatever they call it.
Shepherd
agent
rank?
helper something, yeah. And it randomly popped up that, oh, now that you're level 2, you'll be gaining more experience. I'm like, more experience for what? And I can't find anything in the game to describe to me what it was talking about. What do shepherd levels give you?
Yeah, I wonder if you're
anything.
going to gain more shepherd rank. Like you level up your shepherd rank faster. Shepherd.
That's what I was wondering, but also too, because I guess it's based on people. Like after you complete a mission, people have the ability to give you like, I guess like a thank you or like
It's
a
yeah, it's
thumbs up
essentially
or
like a thumbs
whatever.
up of like, hey man,
Yeah,
they were helpful. Thanks so much.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
get so many of those thumbs up. I think from going 2 to 3, I think I need like 15 thumbs ups or something like that
Okay.
to go to the next rank. Um, but it's just one of those things where it's like, yet again, I'm like, all right, I can't find any information in game in this
Yeah.
because it's buried under menus and stuff.
And it's like
I don't even
7
know where
years
to
old
look.
at this point. Like,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like, whatever, I'll keep messing with it and figure something out. That does reset. It looks like it resets with the seasons. So when the
Right.
new season goes, those levels will reset as well.
Right. It's a cool system though. I've done a bunch of that too.
Yeah.
Like I'll see every once in a while it'll be like someone wants to do the DARPA mission on heroic, and I was like, okay, I have half an hour. Let's help out somebody. Or like someone is out in free roam. Half the time I join someone in free roam, they're just in the White House, and I'll just leave their party. The other half is they're like trying to capture a legendary control point, and they are way in over their heads. And I'm like, okay, I will definitely help with that. I never get shepherd points for that. I don't know if they can rank you for like capturing control point or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like I still like helping people of like, thank you, I was halfway through capturing this thing and it went south very quickly.
Yeah, I've helped a lot of people doing that too. One of those was that kind of thing where it was a legendary and I didn't know that.
Right.
So I go running in there getting ready to help out and I take like a bullet and I'm downed and I'm like,
Right.
what the hell was that?
What have you gotten yourselves into?
Yeah. And then I'm getting swarmed and I'm like, okay, back up.
That's
Let's
right.
figure out what's happening.
Yeah.
But one last thing though too, because with people when we were doing the seasonal mission, we would have people that would send us like chat messages to like try to, communicate with us. And for consoles, for you to do chat, you're supposed to just press down on the D-pad and it's supposed to open up the in-game chat menu. Mine wasn't.
Oh, fun.
I'm like, okay,
Ubisoft.
how does this work? I had to spend so much time online to figure out where the stupid thing is because it's not a normal setting. So for anyone on console and maybe on computer too, I don't know, but you have to go into the accessibilities menu and you have to turn on allow on-screen keyboard. That is the only way to turn on the chat function.
I'm sensing
a
theme
so
of
stupid.
Ubisoft game isn't working, multiple hours online, no answers found.
Yeah.
You did find an answer this one time, though.
Well, and it was a random Reddit post from like 6 years ago.
Yep.
And they didn't even have the thing. They just said, "Oh, it's an option in your settings," and I'm like, "Where?
There's so many menus,
that says in-game
so many
chat."
options.
Yeah. And then I just happened to stumble across that by accident when I was messing around. I'm like, "Oh, I guess that was the setting," and I tested it. And yeah, when I have it off, I can't chat. When I do, turn it on, push down,
wild.
boom, pops up normal. So it's like,
sheesh.
All right, I have it set to on now, so that 2 years from now, the next time I have to tell someone to shut up and I don't want to turn my mic on.
That's right.
But that's all I've done this week. It's mostly just been grinding and trying out my new striker build because I haven't kind of really figured out how I'm doing the attributes on that yet, and I'm still figuring out the whole, you just keep shooting people and it builds stacks and then you do more damage. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I actually had someone come into my stream this week and they were like, hey, you're running 6 pieces. They were very good-natured. They were like, hey, you're running 6 pieces of the striker set. You should switch. Can I give you some build suggestions? I was like, okay, this is the first time they've hang out in my chat, so like let's see, let's see if they're a jerk or not, basically. And they said like, okay, if you're running all 6 pieces, you only need 4, so you really should switch up 2 of your pieces to take advantage of like 2 other set bonuses or an exotic piece. And they were like, if you have the Catharsis mask, you should really run that. And I was like, oh, That's a good point. I do like that mask because it will increase your damage as you get hit. So you're kind of like stacking two damage things. But also,
And if you take enough damage, it heals you.
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like it helps with one of the downsides of the striker set, which is basically, yeah, you do a lot of damage, but you really are a glass cannon. So that does help mitigate some of that. So they were giving some good suggestions. So I think I have to figure out. I think they were suggesting a Seska chest piece, and I found one with obliterate on it that I had. Switching those two things seems like it has helped that build a whole ton.
So I have the Coyote mask on, which I was thinking of switching over to Catharsis for the healing. But yeah, I just had. I'm trying to think. It's mask. I had the backpack for the striker, the chest piece, the holster, and the knee pads. That were all striker. My gloves are still the construction gloves or whatever those
contractors
ones were. Yeah, contractor. That's what it was.
Those are good too.
But the thing with the backpack and the chest piece is that the backpack sets up. Oh crap! The talent sets it.
Oh, you like build stacks faster or something?
Yeah, I think the backpack lets you build the stacks faster, and the chest piece for the striker moves it from so that you're not getting 0.6%, so now you're getting 0.9%.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Right.
Per stack or something. So that's why I have those two. But somebody had mentioned what was the name of the chest piece that you were just talking about?
Seska. The manufacturer, yeah.
Someone had suggested using Seska gloves, because there's something with the gloves, and I didn't have a chance to really look into it. So that's kind of where I'm at now, where it's like I'm still trying to piece everything together to kind of figure out how I want to run it.
Yeah, I went for using Obliterate as the skill on the chest piece. I will never remember what Obliterate does until I read it, and I go, oh yeah, that skill's really good. And it seemed like one of those things was like, okay, all of these pieces are kind of fitting together in this build. So
and I think that's what's really sucking me. It's the whole stupid Disgaea thing that I talked about the one time, where it's like, well, if I just put this thing here, all of a sudden I'm doing like millions of damage instead of the 20 damage that I was doing.
And like putting on the Catharsis mask and putting on the chest piece, I went and I was doing some summit, I was doing some other stuff that I'll get into here in a minute. I was like, okay, this is one of those rare things where you change just a couple of pieces in a build and you're like, oh, this immediately feels way different. And in this case, way better. And I'm like, oh, okay. I definitely was not taking advantage of the full gear set in the way that I should have. So,
and as much as I've enjoyed St. Elmo's
engine,
the assault rifle, the engine, I can really feel how dependent I have become on having my LMG and just having that stack just jump around killing people, because like I'm sitting there shocking people with my assault rifle and I'm like, I am getting swarmed. I think I need to switch to Pestilence so I can start doing some crowd management here, because this is a lot.
The two different kind of crowd control, like, interrupting an enemy with the shock rounds or spreading the poison around to multiple people.
It's still fun.
So I spent a lot of time this week. I don't think we talked about it last week, but Ubisoft Massive came out this week and said, okay, you guys are clearly kind of unhappy with the drop rates for the Summer Swarm event, which is the stretch goals event we've been talking about for a couple weeks. So here's the deal. If you get to season rank 130, but when the event ends, we're going to mail you the Lexington gun, that assault rifle that people are looking for. If you hit rank 150, we'll send you the Lexington knee pads after the event. So it's sort of like you have a guaranteed way to get one or both of the kind of big chase pieces that most people are looking for. And then you can keep kind of rolling the dice to see if you get any of the super rare stuff or the event stuff or things like that. So this week, I've largely been slowly kind of marching my way towards 130. I think I'm at like Last stream, I think I ended at like 126 or 127, something like that. So I'm like right there.
Okay.
One more stream, basically, and I'll do it. And I'm sort of taking the approach of like, I'm glad they're doing this, because I think that's a really great middle ground. If they didn't and I didn't get the gun, okay, cool. Like, I'm not super worried. I don't have like any FOMO with this game right now at all, which is pretty. I'm pretty happy with. So I've been doing kind of back to back priority objectives because those get you the most season XP. So
that's kind of where I'm at. Is like trying to figure out, okay, how do I get more seasonal XP specifically? Right. Because I've been kind of doing a bunch of random stuff, and I think I'm up to like 118 right now.
Seems like the fastest way of doing it is seasonal objectives for either strongholds seem to be the most, and a bunch of the strongholds you can just cook your way through in like 15-20 minutes. The ones that I like the most are, if you can get it, is Countdown. Because you'll get a ton for doing 2 objectives in Countdown, which you have to do a minimum of 2 to finish Countdown anyway. And then you get basically like half a season pass level for finishing Countdown. It's like the only activity that just gives you raw XP.
Nice. I'll have to start messing with priorities then. I haven't really touched those a whole lot. So.
And some of them will be like an open world activity, and it'll give you like 75 XP, which isn't a whole bunch, but sometimes it'll be like, just go capture a control point. It's like, oh, okay, well that's gonna take me like 3 minutes. Like that's nothing. So it's a lot of them are fairly easy. I usually don't throw out any of them, and a lot of the times the other ones I'll get are 3 floors of Summit, which is super easy to go through. And that's on any difficulty. So you can even just put it on easy and just literally like walk your way through those floors. So it's, most of them are pretty straightforward.
Dude, challenging on Summit, I was helping a group of 2 people on challenging for Summit, and we were on apparently the last like 15th floor for what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I got dropped so many times. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. Like, I play challenging. It's kind of the same thing with Countdown.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I go in there and like those first group of guys that you fight on the outside, it's like, why am I doing no damage to these guys? But as soon as we get into an objective, all of a sudden it's playing like normal again.
Right. Yeah. The only other thing I did, because I got a priority objective to do 1 loop in Descent, which for listeners, that's the roguelike mode. I was just like, okay, 1 loop, worst case scenario, I can go in, I can do 1 loop, which is basically like 3 or 4 rooms and then a boss fight, and then you go back to the start room, and you can always hit that button to exit back to DC, and I could just get out of there. So I did the first loop, and things were going fairly well. I got like a fairly good LMG for my weapon pick. I don't even remember what skills, but they were not good. And when you finish the arena, the kind of boss fight at the end of your first loop of Descent, you can pick an exotic talent. And it's basically anything you would get from like an exotic weapon or exotic armor, you can just pick, even though you're not using that gear. And I was like, well, let's at least look at what the option is. And if it's not anything good, I'll just leave Descent and I'll just go do it. You get an option of 3. 2 of them were bad. I don't even remember what they were. But the third one, though, was the one from Pestilence. And I was like, all right, now we got to run. So I have a regular LMG, and it applies to any weapon that I was using. And I smoked that run. I was booking through that run something fierce. And I was running into almost no problems. So stuff is getting spicy near the end, just because the further you go in Descent, the more health that enemies have, and instead of just being the red bar enemies, you start seeing the purple ones, and you start getting those horrible engineers that put the turrets down and stuff. They're the worst.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, man, I'm at like 95% of the Nemesis bar. I want to see what happens when I fill the bar up. Like, I want to see what the end of a run looks like. So I get to the point where I fill it up to 100%, and it says, okay, cool. Go do another arena. So, like, go do another, like, high-value target HVT boss fight. And I was like, okay, cool. And then it basically just says, continue your run. And I was like, man, I hope that wasn't it. Like, I hope I do something with the Nemesis. What it meant by continue your run was you start another loop. So you go to that lobby area where you're like, you have the computer where you can buy like health packs and grenades and stuff like that, and you get your ammo back and stuff. And then they're like, okay, go face the Nemesis. I was like, okay, cool, let's see what this is. Bad initial sign. It started with a cutscene, so you know things are going to be real bad.
It started JRPG wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Latin being spoken, and the music picks up.
Yeah, like, oh no, I'm in trouble. I got smoked by the Nemesis. It's basically, so, you know, we were just talking about hunters that are at the top of the summit. You run into them on the open world every once in a blue moon. You run into them in the outside areas of Countdown. Those are the ones that hack your skills and turn them back around on you. And they just have so much health, and their AI is like a cut above any other.
They're a problem.
Yeah, they are a real problem. It's harder than that, because it's basically you're fighting you. Like, the Nemesis doesn't have your skills, at least in my run, didn't have my skills that I was using or anything. But he, like, at Mach 5 sprinted at me, just, like, firing in a dead sprint, was chucking grenades through a turret behind me, and I'm just like, wait, whoa, like, hold on, this is my tactic.
This is a cover-based game, come on.
That's right, like, what are you doing here? He smoked me, something fierce, and I was like, okay, cool, now I see why people are like, hey, don't fight the Nemesis, just keep doing loops. And I was like, oh, so you just do the Risk of Rain 2 thing, where it's like, no, don't go fight the boss, that's not where the good stuff is, just keep looping. So won't make that mistake again, except maybe if I'm in a party or something. But I did get enough Descent currency to start investing in the meta progression.
Okay.
So, like, outside, when you finish a Descent run, it sort of spits you back in the castle, and there's that vendor that's right next to the stairway that goes to Descent. And they'll sell
Willy or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And they'll sell you, like, you do 5% more weapon damage. You do, like, permanently. Like, you have 10% more armor permanently, stuff like that. So it really is a roguelike meta progression thing of, like, you've played enough to get enough currency, you're going to, like, upgrade something in your skill tree, and you're going to be stronger permanently. And they also have, like, an exclusive exotic weapon. I know nothing about it. And, like, cosmetic sets and armor and stuff like that, and caches, like usual. The thing that I was saving up for, and I think it was like 95 of the Descent currency, was, and I haven't had a chance to try this, I'll probably try this on Tuesday during my stream, but you'll start a run with a random skill already obtained. And that sounds really, really strong. So
yeah,
hopefully it'll be something good. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should play, this is like how much of a different Division player I am. They're like, you should play Descent and kill the Nemesis, because there are 80 blueprints for armor in there, and all of the blueprints are for named armor and named gear. And I was like, you're doing a level of min-maxing this game that I am nowhere close to. I will not be doing. If I need a named item, I will focus that slot in Countdown and run a bunch of Countdown. Like, that's the level of Division 2 player I am.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe one day when you've put in like a month or two into Descent, you're like, okay, no, I feel like I can take on the Nemesis now,
Exactly.
where you can
Yeah.
both run and gun at each other.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a John Woo movie where both like pistols out like but yeah, I'm still getting blueprints from level 3 or level 4 control points. Like I'm not anywhere in the same realm that these people are. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm still having a bunch of fun playing. I played this instead of the next game that I'll be talking about here in a second. Cuz I just want to keep playing more Division 2. I'm having a lot of fun. Like I usually do 3-hour long streams when I sit down. 3 hours are going by in a blink. And I'm just doing
Mhm.
like priority objective, like one after another. And I'm having a blast. And like we're now about a little over a week. I think it's like 8 days until the next
Yeah.
season, and I'm super pumped to start the new season, especially with all the new stuff they're going to be doing there. So
Yeah, I'm excited to check that stuff out
yeah,
too. Did
Division
I
2 is
did I
cool.
did I talk last week about me taking out rogue agents in the Dark Zone? I know I
Yeah, we
posted it in
talked a little bit
Discord at
about it.
some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because those guys sucked. But anyway.
yeah, yeah. People are a little spicy in there.
They were fine, but because of where we were at. But still, it's like, come on, guys. Like,
Right. Just be a little cool. Yeah.
yeah. Let me get a little further before you shoot me.
That's right. That's right. All right, last game I have here to talk about, other than like Maze Mice and all the normal stuff, is Destiny Rising. This is the NetEase developed mobile gotcha Destiny game. Um, I have been playing this on PC. No, they don't have a PC client. NetEase makes, because this is always the question that people ask. Is like, I hate mobile games, which number one, shut up. Number two, if you want to play this on PC, it has native controller support. NetEase makes their own Android emulator called Mumu Player, MUMU Player. It's all one word. Don't use BlueStacks. Don't use any of the other ones specifically for this game. It runs like a dream on Mumu Player, and plugged in my Xbox controller, and it remapped all of the buttons immediately, and it was just like, hey man, you got a controller and you can still use mouse if you just want to use that for the menus and stuff. It's it's really interesting and a much smoother experience, because basically when you fire up Mumu Player, it just fires up an Android phone for you out of the gate, and starts it up. You don't have to say like, I want this many cores and I want this many gigs of RAM. It's just like, hey man, we get you an Asus phone. Enjoy. It's already running. Sign into your Google account. So that was pretty nice. It was very easy to get this up and running. And also, big props to NetEase. 9 a.m. Pacific on Thursday. This thing was live 9 a.m. on the dot, and I had no connection issues whatsoever. It's like the smoothest launch I think I have experienced in a video game in a really long time. The question that I think most people were asking me coming in and watching this, and I think it's probably the best question to answer at the beginning, is how does it feel? Because I think if there's anything that Bungie is good at, is they make games that feel good to play, or at the very least feel good to shoot cool guns. I think by nature of this being a mobile game, it doesn't feel as good. There's like a floatiness to the controls, even using a controller, and I've heard some people say it's still a little floaty when you're using keyboard and mouse, which you can use keyboard and mouse to play this game. But it just has like that kind of like, the reticle moves faster than you expect, and not even like compared to Destiny 1 or 2, but like it just feels a little bit like more all over the place than I think how you would expect a kind of modern shooter to be. I don't think that's inherently bad. I think it's just, one of those things of like, okay, this isn't Bungie making it, it's NetEase making it, and it plays fine, and it has like all of the Destiny guns in it. It just kind of feels softer than I think I'm used to with a lot of other shooters. Um, Unlike Destiny 2, it has a tutorial, which is really great. Super appreciated. Also,
said they couldn't be done.
yeah, it's just they'll have to remove it pretty soon. Your character Wolf has a voice, which is really great. Unlike Destiny 2, I have a high suspicion there's a bunch of AI voices in this game in the background. I can't say that for sure or not, but there's some NPCs like in the main town where I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound right at all. I give them a whole lot of credit that for the majority of the tutorial, it's really just a Destiny game. Like, you're aiming down sights, you're fighting the Fallen, like the first big boss fight you're fighting against. The one I have on screen here right now is just a Fallen Walker. You know, the big spider, you shoot the legs out, the thing on its head opens. It's all the normal stuff until you're walking to Haven, which is the kind of big, the tower of this game. Because I should mention, this doesn't take place in the Destiny timeline. It is like an alternate telling of Destiny. And I'll get into why here in a minute when we talk about it. I was
kind of hoping this was going to be like a golden age, like the birth of the ghost kind of stuff.
Yeah, they talk a lot about, you know, the golden age and the collapse and the dark age and stuff like that in the intro, which I think does a really good job of setting up the world pretty well. But you're running into like famous Destiny characters like Kabir and Osiris and Ikora and stuff, and they're all different. And some people are saying like, oh well, these are like hundreds of years before the events of Destiny 2, but like different. Like Feyre in chat is right, definitely Birth of the Iron Wolves, but different. Like, you can see all of kind of the Destiny lore DNA in there, but all of it is kind of, it's not like Destiny 0.5 from a storyline perspective, but it kind of feels like that, of like, oh, this is everybody. You could see it being everybody hundreds or thousands of years before Destiny 1 starts. But they're saying like, oh, it's an alternate retelling. But as you're like going to Haven, and you're like, oh, that's clearly the last city, yada yada, and then your character's like, what's that thing over there in the sky? It's a huge mech. And they're like, oh yeah, the Sentinels. These are just really huge mechs that defend the last city. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, all right, so that's super cool. Like, we just got some big old like Pacific Rim mechs in here. All right, we can do that. Cool. So it's kind of interesting to see them put their own spin on it in kind of a fun way. I played a handful of missions. I did a strike. I have done some open world stuff. There's just like a big patrol space, like it's all Destiny. That feels okay. But it's a gacha game. So like, you're pulling on banners and you're getting 15 different currencies, and one of the currencies has a free one and a paid one, and the other one might as well, and there's these currencies that turn in other currencies, and you're getting loot, and the loot is dropping with guns and stuff. But the problem that I'm running into is, you start this game, you pick like a body style and a voice for Wolf, your character, like as soon as you start. And then when you get to Haven, Wolf takes off their cool Wolf Destiny helmet, and you get to change the look of your character. And then, like, 3 tutorials later, they're like, okay, now you're going to play as Kabir, and you're going to put down, like, the Titan shield that you can shoot through, and you're going to, like, smack enemies with the shield from Vault of Glass, which is Kabir's shield. Like, you get to do all of that stuff, and you're not really incentivized in the beginning, at least, to play as Wolf, which I get, but the problem that I run into is, like, part of the thing that I like in loot games like this, and this is stuff I struggle with other gacha games, is I like having my character, and there's like a little bit of like dissonance here of like I'm playing a Destiny game, but I don't have my guardian, because you run into the problem that you're pulling new characters from banners, and it's the standard gacha pull of like, here are your chances to pull, and the orange ones are the legendaries, and after 180 pulls you get a pity legendary, the one you choose, blah 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 blah. It's all the same stuff you've seen before. It's just like half of the time you're pulling, you got Ikora, and the other half you're getting, you got a new character we created. The problem that I run into is you're getting all of these weapons, you're getting all of this loot that is cool Destiny loot. Like, I got an auto rifle that looks like the stuff, like the stylized stuff of the moon from Destiny 1 and 2. That kind of like retrofuturism sort of stuff. And I'm getting stuff that looks like Destiny. I'm getting sparrows and emblems and ghost shells and all the usual Destiny stuff. But each character, including Wolf, cannot equip all of the types of guns. So, like, Ikora can only equip 2 types of weapons, and she can't equip all of the other ones. Kabir can only equip 2 types of weapons. That might be a shotgun and a grenade launcher. And Ikora might be able to equip, like, an auto rifle and a machine gun. And this other character can maybe equip handguns and a shotgun. You know, like, but they only get those 2 weapon types. So there's like a little, not even a little, there's a lot of friction in my brain of like this dissonance between like, well, that's not Destiny, and it's not, that's a gacha game. You know, like, that's the thing of like, oh, well, I really like this character, like I really like Kabir. I definitely don't, he sucks. Not from like a gameplay perspective, from like a story writing perspective. But I can only use these types of guns with him, so now I need to go farm for these types of guns from these activities to get the better, to make him stronger, to do the, you know, like, you can immediately see, if you've ever played any gacha game, you can immediately see that gacha game loot treadmill and that kind of content loop, and I don't want to do it. Like, I don't have it in me to do any of this at all. And like, we talked about this recently on Picking Up the Pixels RPG Love. Check it out in this very feed. Or Musa and I were talking of like, when you have that gacha game that hits, you know, the last one that really hit for both of us was Epic 7. Like, when one of those games hits, you don't mind doing the loot treadmill, and you don't mind, oh, I'm going to auto battle my way through this mission until I run out of energy today to hopefully get enough, you know, iridescent leaves to power up my skill to do level 3. You know, like, all of that stuff from the normal stuff. Pharaoh in chat said MiHoYo already sucked us all dry. Yeah. Like,
Genshin Impact was a great game.
Yeah, but like, I used up a lot of my gacha given a poop on like that and Epic 7. So like, and I think there's also a level 2 of like, I like to play these games on my phone a lot. Like, they're really good, like, end of the day, kind of wind down sort of thing. Or like, I'm listening to a podcast while I'm doing pickup at school, and like, I'm waiting there forever. I'll do a bunch of that stuff. But I can't do that with this game. There's no like auto battle this mission 5 times. I have to go shoot the drag in their heads and watch the stuff come out. Like, there's a level of me not wanting to do that sort of stuff because it is, especially for a mobile thing, it is very interactive, which I know a lot of people like, but for me it's sort of like, yeah, but like, what if I could just auto battle through a bunch of stuff? Like, there's a little bit of struggle there for me. So
if I can give you resources to run this real quick, just simulate the run, and
That's
then
right.
give me the rewards.
Right.
But
So
then
like,
what if I could give you $1?
That's right. And what if it was only $50? Yeah, like, so like, I think when I look at this game and I sort of remove my expectations of a Destiny thing from it, and I didn't have big expectations going into this because it's clearly not a Destiny thing. It's not Destiny 3, as much as people are like, they're doing this stuff better than Bungie ever did. Like, yeah, sure, but it comes at a cost of ads in your face constantly.
A literal cost.
Yeah, and sometimes a very high literal cost. So like, removing all of that stuff, it's a solid game. They made a solid first or third person shooter on a phone, and they made it with the Destiny aesthetics, and they made it with a bunch of Destiny characters, and they made a cool, like, Destiny open world thing where you're doing patrols and you're going and running missions and you're running strikes. The strike I ran was pretty fun. It was, I think it's probably a little bit shorter than like a Destiny 1 or 2 strike. That's to be expected for a sort of mobile thing. But like, all of it is presented well. All of it is done pretty well. Obviously, well, because NetEase has like a bajillion dollars. Like, they have more money than anybody else, maybe except for Hoyoverse. But they're kind of in the same league. But like, I just can't do it, man. Like, I just, even if I was to go in there and not spend any money, even if I was going to just play it for free, there's always the like hand outstretched of like, money. Money. This would be easier if you just $20 a pop. Like, just put money into the slot. Like, there's always that there, and that continues to kind of, it's a burr under my saddle, sort of, and that burr kind of keeps getting bigger and bigger as time goes on. So if you're looking for a cool free Destiny thing, it seems fine, but know that it has its hand out kind of constantly, like a lot of gacha games do. So,
isn't Destiny 2 free right now as well?
Well, Destiny 2 is technically a free-to-play game, which was like the death knell of Destiny 2. But there's like, because they keep shaving more and more stuff off of Destiny 2, the free-to-play section of Destiny 2 keeps getting smaller and smaller and less tutorialized. So like, I can't go and recommend Destiny 2 as a game right now, and I can recommend the free-to-play version of Destiny 2 even less. It's like, if there was a negative recommendation of like, please don't go anywhere near that, that would be my recommendation for the free-to-play Destiny 2 sort of thing.
Gotcha.
So, yes, it is technically also free-to-play, but like, what of it is kind of not that great. So, I don't know. That's the Team Rising. I'm probably not going to play it again. I might maybe I will probably go in there to get some more information if I decide to put the emblems up on Destiny Emblem Collector. But that will probably, and like, keep half of an eye open for more emblems on that. But I still haven't even made a decision about whether whether or not I'm going to put that on my site. So, I'm not entirely sure, but it's fine. It's a Destiny gacha, which is exactly what it purported to be. So kind of can't get mad about it being what it says on the tin. All right, that's all I'm playing this week. Let's take a break.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Part of me wants to be like, so they released a lackluster season for Destiny 2 to potentially push traffic to the free-to-play Destiny game.
The free-to-play,
just the cynical side of me.
Well, and like, it's that's not too cynical, because like the first Destiny Rising raid just came out, and people are like, it's actually really good. Like 6 people playing a mobile raid. They have a version of Gambit on there that people are like, dang, that's better than Destiny 2's Gambit. Like, it's really tough because the sentiment for Destiny 2 is so low right now, understandably, that a lot of people are like, dang, this giant company is just like pumping out stuff over here, and they're making some cool Destiny stuff, man. It's like, yeah, I mean, the other shoe will drop at some point for some reason. I think a lot of people are like, the funniest thing I'm seeing people saying are like, man, I really wish this free-to-play mobile game didn't have any energy. And it's like, that's like the point. Like, that's why mobile games do it, man, because they're always like, oh, gee willikers, you ran out of all your energy. Oh gosh, $20. Keep playing for $20. It's like, that's how they get you, dude. Like, that's the point. So, I don't know, man.
Oh well.
Yeah. All right, are you guys ready to finish this up?
This fat lot of releases. Cool. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, this deluge of releases. Yeah. Let me rewind this real quick and then hit that button. All right. Let's get started with the releases in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk releases for the week of September 1st, 2025. Friends vs. Friends launches on PS5 and series consoles. This came out in 2023 on PC. You may have seen your favorite streamer play this 2 years ago on PC. It is a deck builder PvP first-person shooter. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 are the options. And a lot of matches are really fast. A lot of times a round will take seconds at a time. And you're building the abilities that you have via random card selection when you get into a match. I enjoyed watching people play this quite a bit in 2023. It's pretty wild, especially because matches are like Counter-Strike fast. Of like, you're getting in, 2 people shot 3 bullets and the round is over. Like, it's that kind of thing. So, it's pretty neat. If you're looking for something fun to play with friends, I think that seems cool. So, next game here is Hiragami. That comes out on PS5 and PC. We talked about this during, I think, the last Keeley's, or maybe the last day of the devs. This is that paper folding game where everything in the world looks like it's made out of paper, and you're kind of like folding your character into a different animal or a different character to get through puzzles and stuff. There's some interesting stuff where you're like folding yourself between shapes, and was the shot right there where you like unfold yourself into a flat piece of paper to go under some spinning things as part of a platforming thing. You like fold yourself back up into a frog to jump over something. So it looks cool. I think it looks like a fairly standard platformer, but I think from a style perspective, this looks pretty neat. So keep an eye out for that. Hiragami coming out this week. Adventure of Samsara comes out PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series consoles, Switch, PC, macOS, and Linux. This Atari is publishing a spiritual sequel to Adventure, and by that I mean Yes, That Adventure from the 2600. It is a...
You mean the adventure from Ready Player One, correct?
Yep, that one. Yes, that famously one of the worst books. Yes. It was a really interesting week to release a Metroidvania. For reason we'll talk about here in a couple of releases. So good on them for being the one indie game that isn't moving out of the way. But you know, this looks interesting. I think it has a cool style. It is pixel graphics based. I know. Stop me if you heard a pixel graphics based Metroidvania before. But I think it has kind of a cool style to it. Looks like there's some fun movement stuff going on in there. So, and people have had some pretty good things to say about Atari's recently like commissioned and published like reimagining of their old games. This is like the 5th or 6th one they've put out so far. So people seem to enjoy those quite a bit so far. So that's Adventure of Samsara. Next up is Hell Is Us, coming out for PS5, Series consoles, and PC. I have been trying for months to figure out what the hell this game is. No pun intended, sorry. This looks like someone took like 5 or 6 different games, put them in a blender, mushed them all up, and out came Hell Is Us. Not in a bad way, just like you got a little bit of a lot of stuff going on here. Like you got a little Alan Wake,
blueberry passion fruit, strawberry smoothie.
It's like an Alan Wake, Death Stranding, Soulsborne sort of like a lot of this geometry in here looks like it's from oh my god, the Remnant games. Like just a lot of wild stuff in this game. Like I think it looks really interesting, but I'm kind of, every time I see new stuff about it, I'm like, oh, that's a Soulsborne, no big deal. Wait, they're riding on a drone? What is, there's drones in here? There's like,
they have a Fallout tablet for the upgrades menu.
Yeah, and there's like impossible geometry, like Euclidean geometry, and I'm like, what are we doing? What is this game? I'm fascinated by whatever it is, but I don't really know what's going on, man. So that's Hell Is Us. Whatever this thing turns out to be, I don't know. Hopefully it's cool. Maybe I should have picked this up for our fantasy league. Maybe this will be like a sleeper hit this year. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Next game here, the big release this week, Hollow Knight Silksong, coming out on Big and Hail, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series Console, Switch 1, Switch 2, PC, macOS, and Linux. I feel like this is one of the releases this year that sort of needs no introduction. It's the sequel to Hollow Knight. It was originally going to be Hollow Knight DLC, and then it just got too big, and that just kept getting bigger after that. So,
but the worst part is I don't even get to use that Hollow Knight as a clown sitting on the bench meme anymore.
Did you see someone make art about that this week? So
no.
So it was I will never remember what her name is, the main character of Silksong. It was her walking off in the distance and leaving the rainbow.
It's Needle, isn't it?
It might be, yeah. But she was like leaving the rainbow clown wig on the ground, and it was like a character from Fallout. It was a character from a bunch of these games that are like completely dead in the ground. It was just Mega Man's helmet with cobwebs on the inside of it laying on the ground, and they were all like saluting her as she goes off of like, by God, she did it. It's just like, yeah, man. Sometimes you get a win. As long as they don't do the funniest thing on the planet and delay it again. That would be really
I think
really...
at this point, since most everyone delayed their game,
yeah,
to avoid this. And it was funny too, because I was seeing stories about how people were announcing that they were delaying their games even though they weren't going to be released this week, just so that they can get thrown into their into the feed.
Did you see that message from Peak that I posted in our Discord server? They had
Was that the one saying that they weren't going to? Or?
No, they said they had an in-game message of like, hey, there's a brand new patch. We figured we would let you know that we've got this cool patch out before you drop this game in 2 weeks when Silksong comes out. I was like, all right. I mean, you know what's coming, man. Like, that's how it goes. So
there was a lot of them out there too saying it's like, yeah, we also delayed our game because we will also be playing Silksong when it releases.
That's right. I saw someone say like Travis Kelce wanted to get his proposal to Taylor Swift out last week before Silksong came out, and I was like, that's That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm super pumped about this. I'm going to be playing this whole thing on stream, which I'm very excited for people to come and watch me fail time and time again for this likely impossibly difficult game, and I will enjoy every minute of it. I'm hoping. So
I will play eventually at some point.
Sure.
My main fear is, based on how badly I did at Hollow Knight, is do I even have the chops anymore? Like,
yeah,
I'm playing an old
never
man's
give
game
up.
at this point.
Well, I hope that there's because it's been so long since the first Hollow Knight, I really hope that there's at least a smooth curve into this one, instead of just like, all right, you played Hollow Knight and finished it last week, right? Let's get into it, like smacking you around. I hope there's before it starts smacking you around, I hope there's at least like one boss where it's like, hey, welcome back to Hollow Knight, and it's like, get ready, bud. It's starting now. So we'll see.
What if they do the driver thing where you start out playing as the character from Hollow Knight and you can't actually play Silk Song until you have beaten the first boss?
That's right.
It's going to be a wreck.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm now allowing myself to get excited about this game because it does seem like it genuinely might be out for this time, actually, for real. So please don't delay it. I just put out my stream schedule for this week, and more than half of it is Silk Song. So I don't want to have to figure out something else. Next game up here, Star Wars Outlaws for the Switch 2. Couldn't find a lot of really good footage of this game running on Switch 2, which is kind of concerning. But Star Wars Outlaws is coming out on Switch 2.
Why are they playing Jedi Survivors instead of Outlaw?
Great question. Yeah. Great question.
I saw that and I'm like, you don't get a lightsaber in Outlaw. What's going on?
Yeah. I guess I should have paid more attention to this trailer, but yeah, they're playing.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, play it on Switch 2, I guess. I don't know what that means, that there hasn't been any gameplay that I could really find about this. I'm assuming the embargo hasn't lifted on reviews of this or anything, but it's going to be this game running on Switch 2. So I am hoping that's good, because Switch 2 seems like it's a fairly powerful thing. But honestly, we haven't really seen, other than Cyberpunk, we haven't really seen a ton of third-party kind of big games that have been running on other platforms that are kind of high-profile like that. So,
and if you want to get real technical, Cyberpunk was also a PS4 game.
True. Good point. Next game here, Chronos: The New Dawn comes out. PS5 Series consoles, Switch 2, PC, and Mac OS. This is Bloober Team's new game, which sure does look like Bloober Team made Dead Space, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like that might be like a sleeper cell activation for somebody out there. But like, I'm
sitting right here.
That's right. I have a name. Thank you very much. But like, it looks cool.
Let me just open my Xbox app and wishlist this really quick.
That's right. But like, Bloober Team makes cool looking games. I'm also a giant chicken, and they make terrifying games, so I won't be checking this out. But patreon.com/E1M1.
That's
right. The ones are the numbers. But like, it's nice to see that Bloober is pumping out games kind of back to back. It's nice to see that their remake of Silent Hill 2 did really well, and I feel like they finally have some like good tailwind behind them. So hopefully they can kind of keep riding this as it goes forward. So as Chronos: The New Dawn, it looks cool. It looks gross. I feel like that's a positive for a lot of people out there. So check it out. Yeah.
I'm just that old man. It's like, what happened to the nice horror games where it wasn't just blood and gore?
That's right. What happened to Doki Doki Literature Club?
Where we could all have a laugh about the off-screen killing that was happening.
That's right.
What nice horror games? The closest you get to that is Dead Rising.
Well, when the
there you go.
The undead Dobermans jumped in at the beginning of Resident Evil 1, they had little heart trails coming behind them. The other one had like a little rainbow. behind them.
Yeah.
Like it was,
Mhm.
it
The
was a
hunters
much
just
simpler
wanted
time.
to hug you.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I mean, they're called lickers, you know?
That's right. That's right. Next game here, Daemon Cross Machina, Titanic Scion. I still think they should have gone for Daemon X Machina. That's probably too on the nose. Comes out PS5, series consoles, Switch 2, and PC. It's a sequel to the Cool Mech game. They're making another Cool Mech game. Like that's kind of like the beginning and the end of the sales pitch for why these games are cool. It's like, yeah, they're making a really cool mech game, and they
Listen to
doing it
Pop
again.
Muse and we'll have the down low on this one.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think he played some of the first one.
I played a little bit of the first one too. I got stuck on a mission that everyone was like, "Yeah, that mission sucks and is broken and should have been patched forever ago."
I feel like that is kind of the legacy of the first one. Was sort of like, this game's really cool, but a lot of it is sort of missing something. So I really hope they nail it on this second one, because I'm number one, I'm happy to see they're making a second one, but two, I really hope they kind of nail the whole thing this time. So now I need to go play Zone the Enders 2 again, seeing all these cool mechs. Next game, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, comes out on PS5, Switch 1, and PC, which is a wild spread of releases here. It's a new
the biggest user bases, right?
True. Also, like, not PS4, which is wild. I've sort of figured it would have been PS4, Switch, and PC, but I don't know. It's a new golf game. It's a new deceptively simple golf game, and it looks cool. I have liked these games in the past. I don't know the last time that I played a Hot Shots golf game. It's been quite a while, but these games look neat, and it's got all the cool golf stuff. And
Nice.
It's not nearly as difficult as something like the Golf Club, although that's just PGA Tour nowadays. Now that I think about it, but yeah, seems cool. Seems blue sky, which is great. We don't have enough of those in general. So it's coming out this week. Next up, NBA 2K26, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series Console, Switch, Switch 2, and PC. The description of this game is so funny because they do, unlike, we talked about the NFL stuff from a couple weeks ago with Madden, and it's sort of like, what's new in this? And they're like, shut up, don't worry about it. This one is like, bragging rights are on the line with my career, my team, my NBA, the W, and play now. All new dynamic motion engine, custom layups, improved body ups. And it's just like, okay, I appreciate you laying all of that out. I don't know what any of that is, as someone who doesn't watch any sports.
Come on, how could you not say I appreciate you laying all of that up? Come on.
God, it was right there. Okay, take two. Beep, beep, beep. But yeah, like, I do appreciate that they're coming out and saying, like, here are all of the new cool things that we're putting in this game. Instead of, like, I don't know, it's more sports. Just, like, shut up and get the new one. So I do appreciate that. So that's coming out this week. Again, we're not the sports guys, so don't worry about it. Last game we have here to talk about is Jotun Slayer Hordes of Hell. It's Hell with one L, of course. PS5, Series Consoles, and PC. It is a super, super fast-paced looking roguelike horde survivor game. They say set in the dark realms of Norse mythology. Ooh. Unpaved territory. I don't know. This looks interesting because I originally thought that it looked kind of just like a standard kind of isometric Diablo-style game. But seeing the speed of it and them saying that it's a roguelike is sort of like, okay, we're doing something at least a little bit different here, I think. So,
is it a bullet hell 1L roguelike? It looks like.
It's true. That would be the title of the review, is a bullet hell with one L on Earth or something. Like, gotta get a solid deck there on your blog. So this looks kind of neat. We'll keep a half an eye on it just to see if it's good for We Roguelike It or not. But you never know. But All right, that's all of our releases for this week. We have no news stories because Six Song is coming out next week, and everyone's just saying like, "Yeah, us, yes, us too. I am Spartacus, and I am delaying my game as well. It wasn't coming out in September, but I am also delaying my game. So
I'm surprised the show isn't delayed.
that's that's right. I'll give it time. I still have to edit it. But thank you for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Everywhere to find and follow us is on the right-hand side of the page. Please don't forget to join the best community on the internet on the Discord server, discord.tvgp.tv. I have reopened the Division 2 channel. More people are now playing Division 2. I think we had at least 2 more people this week being like, okay, fine, I'll reinstall it. Let's get back into Division 2. So if you want to play Division 2, we now have people on all 3 platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So
there is no cross-play, unfortunately.
Right.
So
There was only... So I actually looked at that this week because I typed that in and they're like, well, actually... And I was like, oh boy, here we go. There was cross-play between the PC version and the Stadia version. It's like, shut up.
Dude,
That's not what I mean.
I saw that too because we were looking at that because my son, one of his friends, got it for PC because it was on sale for $5.
Right.
And we were looking that up, and it's like, yep, no, it looks like there's no cross progression. And my son was like, well, actually, yeah, it looks like it was for Stadia. It's like, yeah, a dead platform that nobody played.
Yeah,
it doesn't
that thing
count.
died like 10 years ago, man. Come on. Get it together. That's not what we mean. Yeah, so you want to play Division 2, come out and hang with us. Don't forget about our patron, e1m1.cash.
The ones that numbers?
$5 a month tier. It's called Fun for $5 for a reason. That gets you everything. Anything above and beyond that is greatly appreciated. And just add a bunch of zeros on for your rich friends. If you can't support us financially, totally understand. One of the biggest ways to support us, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube videos. Anything that hits the public feed has a video version with it as well. Also, please rate us positively over on whatever podcatcher you listen to. Whatever the Google calls it and whatever Apple calls it, those are kind of the big ones to help discovery here. That really does help any podcast, including this very show. That's all we got for this week. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Don't forget you can gift patronages, get us to the 250, make Boston play scary.
That's right.
Bye.
All right, Nimp, what are your titles?
All right, I have. It's Boston's birthday. Frank the Redacted. A Chinky Wink and a Nod.
Mm-hmm.
And the Moon Modifier.
Moon, what do you have?
A D game, perusing achievements in my head. It was fated. Dega Mega Drive collection. Completed and deleted. The Moon POA. DK jokes. Billy's got a gun. Do I have the chops? Old Man's Game. The Nice Horror Games and Bullet Hell.
All right, write down Bullet Hell. I have an Evergreen Pleasure, completed and deleted. Someone dropped Scooby. It was fated and Bullet Hell. I put a check mark next to completed and deleted. I think that's like a solid one.
I'm with that. Yeah.
It's a very TVGP show title. Have we used it before?
I don't think so. Let me search. I also really like Bullet Hell.
But yeah, me too. I really like Bullet Hell as well.
No, all I got was results for people's Pokemon trading card game pocket decks getting deleted.
Okay.
Naturally. I'm kind of leaning more towards Bullet Hell.
I'm good with either, to be honest.
Because I do... I do think you're right that completed and deleted is like a typical TVGP title. And I feel like we should make the choice to do a swerve to a non-typical one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll circle it. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yes, my notes.
I'm ready too.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 932 for September 1st, 2025. Bullet Hell.
Is that Doom 2016?
And hell's exactly where you're going to find those bullets. You know how expensive they are nowadays?
All right, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Also, Pharaoh Rain says I just realized it's time to start thinking about Game of the Year. No. Stop it.
No, shut up. Stop.
I don't even want to
No.
think about it in this year. I'm not gonna. We canceled Game of the Year.
I have lost.
We're not doing it.
I've lost track of my list, dude.
Yeah, no, we're announcing it here now. We're just canceling it. No Game of the Year across the industry. We're gonna be industry leaders. We're not doing it. Canceling it for this year. It's been too bad of a year.
Yep.
Heard it here first.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching and hanging out and chatting. We do greatly appreciate it. We hope we'll see you next week. Bye.
Boy.
Tune in for our great vibes end of the year podcast.